Hello, my angels. Welcome to
Eden's Book Club.
Basically, I have the app Goodreads, and I set a goal for myself every year to read so many books during the year. And last year I did 25 books in 2025. That was my goal, and I actually ended up reading 27 books, so I overachieved. But honestly, it's almost like 2 books a month, like it's a book a fortnight. It's not too bad. I feel like that's pretty manageable, but it is something that if you want it to be a part of your routine, you're really going to have to stick to that goal and make sure you are reading each night before bed, or bringing your e-reader with you on public transport, or just wherever you go on your travels. One of my outs for this year, which is reading wise, is to, if the book is not good, don't finish it. I have this big thing in my mind that I just have to finish the book. And that's not great, because if I'm not enjoying it, then it's just a waste of time. Like, it's going to be a waste of my free time. I'm not going to enjoy the hobby as much. So I put it on my outs list this year just to hope that I stick to it. And if I really am not enjoying a book, just put it down and give the next one a go. It needs to be a normalized mindset that I have to shift into, because there's just no point if you're not enjoying it, Okay, so let's get into it. My goal this year is 26 books in 2026, which I think is doable considering last year I read 27. I literally just think I'm going to keep doing this each year. I'll just go up a book each year and hoping I read more. I read and what I rated each book as. We're not starting strong. Now, the first book I read last year was this book here, The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Okay, I did not like this book. I gave it a 1-star review. Now, I know a few of my friends who actually loved this book, and I just don't understand it. I was just very confused. It's very back and forth. I didn't think it really aligned with what the synopsis had either, but yeah, I did not like this one at all, and that's fine. I mean, sometimes it's just the style of writing too. I feel like if I love an author, I'll continue reading her books because I've really enjoyed the style she writes in, or the way they write, the chapters, everything. So I think that has a little bit of accountability to this, but I just really didn't like this story, and I found it very confusing. It was kind of like going back in time, and I didn't love that. I barely remember it, so I gave it a 1-star. But see, this is an example of don't finish the book if it's not good. Just don't finish it. It's not worth it, because that was just a waste of my weeks. I must say, I think it was the type of book you need to read consistently, long periods of time at a time. It's not just pick it up, have a few chapters, flick through it. And I read this over would have been this time last year, the start of January, and I think I was traveling a bit and going just taking it to beach days, and I think I was just not reading it in long periods of time, not long sittings. And I feel then you're kind of always confused, because you're just what just happened? And if a lot is happening at once, you're kind of forgetting what the last chapter was and all that. So I didn't love that book. Not a great start. Anyway, this book, and look, my sister rated it 5 stars. Sorry, Alex, I rated it 2. Twisted Games. Okay, I think I read book 1 a few years ago, and I just can't really remember it, but I don't remember it being great. It was better than the one I was talking about before, but I just found it a little bit boring. There wasn't a huge storyline. It was a little bit predictable, and I probably, again, read it in short sittings, so I didn't get really attached and immersed with the characters. Anyway, I will not be continuing this series. That's just the second one in that series that I haven't liked. So 2-star rating. Okay, finally we have a 5-star. Abby Hibernier's Just for the Summer. This book I loved. This is part of Your World series. This is book 3. And I had already read the first 2 and really enjoyed them the year before, so this was such a good addition. I loved being back in this universe. It wasn't like picking up a book and you would read about the characters that were in the last book on almost every chapter, almost every page. But I loved the connections and how it all attached to each character in the end. I found it really good. There was quite a good plot twist. So yeah, I gave that one 5 stars. And then I actually went and read Abby Hibernier's The Situationship, which is the novella of the Part of Your World series. So it's a 3.5, sorry. This one here. This one's only like 100 pages or something like that. How many pages is it? Oh, 37 pages. It's literally a novella, just giving you a little glimpse of like 2 of the other characters, almost like a little insight in their stories, into their lives, because you didn't get a standalone book for each of them. But I really liked that. I love a novella. Then I read, oh, this one was a good one, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Loved it. I finally, after those couple of bad books at the start of the year that really put me in a reading rut, picking up like the next few, which were 5 stars, I had such a good time. Taylor Jenkins Reid, honestly, this had so many plot twists. I was so invested in it. I was always wondering what's going to happen next, because you're reading it as if you're back in time, like she's telling a story, but you're reading it from the point of view of being like in this girl interviewing Evelyn, and yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed that book. It's also been rated very highly by like the community. Oh, I have 5 friends who read that. 5 star, 5 star. Yeah, okay, so we all loved this book. Honestly, it's not surprising. It was such a good book. Oh my goodness. Okay. The next one is one of my favourite books I read this year, and my only ever book that I've managed to finish in a day. I remember I was sick this day and I had a cold. I was literally at home and my friend had lent me the book, so I was at home and just decided to pick it up and start reading it. And because it was just so easy, I had nothing else to do, I had nowhere else to be, nothing, you couldn't do anything, I was sick. I read The Housemaid by Freya McFadden. Oh my goodness, I had to read it in one sitting. I remember getting up to go to toilet once. That's literally the only break I had. I think I read it in like under 3 hours or something. It's a nice, fast-paced, quick, easy read where you honestly just want to know what happens, because there are so many plot twists and you're always wondering what's happening next. Also, this movie just came out. I went like 2 weeks ago and it was so much fun, honestly. Such a good movie. I definitely recommend. Then I jumped back into a series because if you know me, you know how much I love a series. My favourite series ever is the Magnolia Parks universe. I will forever be obsessed with that series. This series was also a 5-star series for me. It's the Consider Me by Becca Mack series. I think it's called the Playing for Keeps series. Amazing. Carter, such boyfriend potential. I love Carter Beckett, the guy from this book. This is my first hockey romance series as well, which was really fun. I haven't really read a sporting series before this, and I can see why people love them. So yeah, I'll definitely... Actually, I think she released the last book in last October. So I don't think there's any more of this one coming out, but if she ever keeps writing and does more series, writing more books, I will definitely be reading. I love the way she writes. These are spicy. They will make you laugh. Like, you will be sitting there laughing in cafes and on public transport, and people will be like, what is she doing? Why is she laughing? But I'm so immersed in the book. So worth it. I love. Then the second one was Play With Me. Same series. This one was also a 5-star. I love Garrett and Jenny the best. That book was my favourite. I always love like the second book the most out of any series. I don't know, I'm just already attached to the characters by then, and it's more like lighthearted, funny, so good. Anyway, then we go into Unravel Me. I literally read this series like book back to back to back. This one was a 4-star for me. It was still good, but I feel like I just knew what was happening. Then I went and read Fall With Me by Becca Mack. This was the last one at the time to the series, about Jason and Lennon, I think her name is, and I gave it a 5-star. That was good. Then I went in to read The Housemaid's Secret. This one was so good. Honestly, I'm quite a scaredy cat too, and I managed to enjoy these books. Like, they didn't keep me up and like scare me. Like, thrilling to a point where they're not gonna like scare you during the day and like interrupt your life in general. Oh my goodness. Then I went on to reading one of the best book series I've ever read. So after Magnolia Parks, this will probably be my second ever favourite. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. a moment of silence for the Boys of Tommen, because we love them. And I have seen people go to Ireland in hopes to find the Boys of Tommen and just live their lives and have that experience, then come back from Ireland and be like, it's just so gloomy and rainy. And I'm like, yeah, it's actually, she writes the books as if Ireland is this most, you just want to be a part of this world. Even though Chloe Welch touches on the most like heart-wrenching, deep and intense kind of scenarios, she really dives deep into different traumas, and there is a lot of that. There's always a disclaimer at the beginning of any of her books to just warn you about. They also like made me so in love with Johnny Kavanagh. Gosh, he is gorgeous. He, in my head, I fall in love with fictional characters, sue me. But yeah, this book was a 5-star. I finished reading it and straight away bought the next one and started reading it, because 720 something pages, I want to say it is, that's a long book. And do you know what? It's not enough. And then the next one I read was Keeping 13. I enjoyed Keeping 13 more than Binding, because obviously like it's the end of the book, so there's a bit more of closure, and without spoiling anything, it's just like you understand the characters a little bit better and you're already invested by this point. At the end of Binding 13, you will be like, I'm sorry, but I need to buy the next one straight away and start reading it. I wouldn't recommend reading it at night, because you're going to want to read the second one straight away. So give yourself a little bit of time, maybe do it on the weekend. Then I mixed it up, because I knew I was going to love Binding so much. After reading the first 2 books, I knew I was going to get so addicted like Magnolia Park. So I decided to space them out and read Girl Abroad in the meantime. This was a fun standalone book. I loved it. I thought I loved it, but I only gave it 3 stars. Okay. It was quite cool. I think I know why. I knew I was moving countries by this point, so I thought it would be quite cool to read a book about a girl doing the same thing. It's in the title, Girl Abroad. I found a little bit of it boring. The whole like idea of the story is funny, but like the plot twist didn't really happen until the end. So the middle was just kind of like a place filler or just a gap. Yeah, I just didn't love it as much, but I do look back and think it was a good book. So 3 stars from me, 2 in the meantime. Then I read The Housemaid is Watching, which was pretty good too. I actually can't really remember what this one was about now. They're all just like kind of thrillery. Oh yes, I do. My boss actually told me that I would like hate men after this one. Okay, so I gave this one a 3-star. I think that's why I gave it a 3-star, not a 5-star, because it must have had something really sad. Saving 6. This is Joey and Aoife's book of Binding. Joey is Shannon's brother and Aoife is his like partner in the books, and honestly she is like my spirit animal. I love Aoife. In fact, the Irish names are actually quite hard to understand and read if you're not from there. Like some of the pronunciations are really funny until you really get to get in the hang of like how you say them in your head, then it makes it a lot easier. But I gave that one a 5-star. Oh, I gave it a 4-star, I think, because it was a little bit sad. Yeah. So I gave that one a 4-star. Then I read The Housemaid's Watching, The Housemaid's Wedding. This is the novella. I love a novella of The Housemaid. It was good. It was nice and short. I give it 3 stars because like it just isn't long enough to be I don't know what novella could be a 5-star. Then I read Redeeming 6. This is Joey and Aoife's next one. I gave this one 5 stars. It has a great ending. It is amazing. I love Joey and Aoife so much. Oh my gosh, to read those books all again for the first time. Like Johnny and Shannon's, now that I've read them all, are definitely my favourite, because it just gets more intense as you read the series. But like, I need more. It's like you're addicted to them. Like I genuinely need more of those books. I think that this was like rated one of the most top 5 books of the year or something like that. Fourth Wing. Okay, big book. This is a big book. Kind of my first, I think it's like my second or third book that I've tried in the fantasy world. I don't know, maybe I'm not a fantasy girl, but I gave it a 3-star. A few things mentioned in this book that I just didn't know what they were, that it was really hard to understand and comprehend, and it took me a while to like, on my e-reader, you can like tap the word and it comes up with a description or like a dictionary definition. But like doing that kind of just stops you from like reading the story. So it just took me a while to read. But yeah, I was like really excited to read something a little bit less intense after that. So I read Swift and Saddled. Another nice, easy read, ranch style, country vibe is the Rebel Blue Ranch by Lila Sage. That's what this series is. So this is book 2. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars. I thought I enjoyed it more than that, but 3 stars from me. Then Chloe Walsh, Taming 7, went right back into it. This is Claire and Gibbs's book. I loved this book so much, but it did have a bit of trauma. So I gave it a 4 star, even though like these books are amazing. If Daisy Hates the Great Undoing from the Magnolia Parks universe is my 5 star, then another 5 star has to like match that energy, you know what I mean? So I had to give it a 4 because there were parts where I was just like a little bit sad or just didn't love what I was reading. But anyway, 4 star from me. Then I actually really liked the second book of that cowboy romance, so I read Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage, the 3rd book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. Amazing. I really enjoyed it. 4 stars. I loved Teddy and Gus. I want to say Gus. The best. Yeah, they were really fun characters to read about. I related a lot to Teddy. Then I read this book, Picking Daisies on Sunday. I loved the cover. I fell victim to judging a book by its cover on this one because it was a 1 star. It was terrible. I really didn't enjoy this book. And I read it really fast. I had just moved to Perth, so I was catching a lot of public transport, so I always took the book with me. I was reading it as much as I can, so I read it fast, and that's how I know it was really bad, because if the faster I read a book, usually like I'm more immersed in the series, I understand the characters. This just had nothing for me. I didn't like the story. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the setting. It didn't give me goosebumps. It didn't have any spice. Nothing for a romance book. Yeah. And then I also read The Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune because I was in Summerland. Didn't love it either. I gave it 3 stars. Oh, I must have enjoyed it more than I thought. Oh yeah, it was just a bit annoying. The characters just annoyed me a bit. Like they couldn't make up their mind and it took them a while to like actually be together. So I didn't love that one. Chloe Walsh, if you're listening, you need to release the next books of the Binding series because now we are all waiting for this happy ending. We are waiting for closure. Releasing 10. Huey and Lizzie's book. I didn't know I could love anyone more than Johnny Kavanagh. I love Huey Biggs. He can do no wrong in my eyes. Honestly. And Lizzie, I love her and she's such a misunderstood character. I really didn't understand her in the other books, like from other people's perspectives. Now that I got her perspective and have just now seen how wrong she has been treated and done in her life, we need some closure for Lizzie Young and Gibbsy and Huey. We need that next book. Chloe Walsh, if you're listening, I have so many questions that need to be answered. Next, I read the last book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, book 4, called Wild and Wrangled. These are just the easiest cowboy romance reads. They are like 200 to 300 pages. So fun, very funny, got a little bit of spice. And yeah, pretty good storylines. I gave it a 3 star. See, I don't love a plot. I love dialogue. I don't want the bad things to happen. I don't need a plot, but I need like the characters to all get along and I just want to hear about like their lives and like all the funny scenarios that happen. And then the last book I read in the year was Breathe With Me by Becca Mack. This was from the hockey romance series. I was talking about The Playing for Keeps by Becca Mack. This was such a good book and I was so happy to be back in this universe. I gave it a 5 star, even though it was quite sad to read. You kind of read from Kara and Emmett's perspective from when they met, which when you read the first book of this series, those two are already together and they're kind of bringing all the characters in together. So it was really fun to read about their perspective of how they met and just all that. Then you kind of get it in now time, and then as you read on, you're getting like in the future, which is really nice. I enjoyed this book. It was so much fun. I loved being a part of that universe again. That is my 2025 reading wrap up. I had such a good time reading most of those books, and I feel like it was a good mix. Tiny bit of cowboy romance, a little bit of sports, a little bit of a couple of series in there, a few books I didn't like. Anyway, I am currently reading the first book I ever read that got me into my reading journey was this book here. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, and it just so happens that I have the cutest little secondhand bookstore around the corner from where my apartment is. I popped in a couple of weeks ago, I found this book for $8, and before I moved to Perth I had to get rid of all my books or give them to friends, so I couldn't take any with me because they were just too heavy. When you're moving your whole life over in 2 suitcases, you really need the space. So my books didn't make it, and my coffee machine definitely didn't make it. If you know, you know. Anyway, I found this book at the secondhand bookstore like near me. So it was $8, I bought it, and look, it's like a little bit munted, you know? That just makes me feel so happy. It's had so much love. So I started rereading it. I bought it for $8, and I just thought, you know what, to start the year off, I just want to read a really good book, a really easy read. I know what's going to happen, but I haven't read it since I had it that first time. I literally got into reading in 2022, March. Wow, that's very specific, but I remember because it was just before Easter. Jade said, you're going to love this book, and I really wanted to get into some new hobbies and healthy habits, and I had been reading like self-help books, and I really liked the idea of reading, like sitting down at a cafe reading a book, and I didn't really think I would like storybooks. Little Eden didn't know it was going to hit her, honestly. I love, that is like one of my favourite hobbies now. Like I do not get through a day where I don't read. Big year for books actually. I have so many books on my TBR. My goal this year is 26. Yeah, 26 books in 2026. I can easily accomplish that if I did last year. But yeah, I hope these gave you a little bit of recommendations. Quite sure what to read yet. I hope this gave you a little bit of guidance or just influenced you a little bit on what I like to read, and maybe you'd enjoy the same thing. You can follow me on Goodreads. My name is Eden Harmy. I'll try and link my Goodreads below. But honestly, books are the way of the future. There's a lot of not great stuff happening in the world that is hard to block out the head noise. But I tell you what, when you're reading a book and it's a good one, it's really easy to block out the head noise on everything else that's going around in us in the world and just be a part of a different universe for even 20 minutes of your day. Anyway, thank you so much for coming to Eden's Book Club. I will update you with what I'm reading as the months go on in my monthly wrap-ups. Otherwise, happy reading, my loves. I hope you all have an amazing week ahead.